After servicing my Freedom machine, I was again on my way south. Very busy morning in Nicaragua's capital city. I was feeling very fortunate and guilty at the same time. Everybody was going to work and I got a chance just to do what I love, ride my bike. Traffic-wise, Managua was not that difficult or dangerous. A single avenue turns into a highway. An easy 50-kilometer ride will take me to Granada, which was the destination for that day.
I don't know. Dinosaurs and God is not the perfect match, I will say. I don't understand the message.
Right under the sign, I remember asking a lady about the meaning of it, trying to get some understanding of the message, but she was completely oblivious to what I was saying. I was just a naive cyclist asking dumb questions when she was trying to hook up some lascivious drivers. As you can see, I left Granada on a windy morning. Another beautiful colonial town in Nicaragua, and surprisingly, there were a lot of tourists, considering that my visit to the city was during COVID times and just after the borders opened.
Hola. Hey, Michael!
And there was Miguelito again. Tried to catch up with him, but it was impossible. He was too fast. To this day, he doesn't know that I was following him. Anyway, that day I had 70 kilometers to Rivas, where I was taking the ferry to Ometepe, but it was not the most enjoyable ride. It was on the Pan American Highway, so there was a lot of traffic. It was super windy. It was narrow shoulder, and yeah, not the best day on the bike.
Buenos días. Hola, buenos días. I am waiting for the ferry to Ometepe, which is the highlight of my touring here in Nicaragua. I'm pretty excited about going and cycling around the island, and it's one of the recommended destinations on bikepacking.com, so it has to be good. Everybody wants to cycle in Ometepe. I'm a little bit tired. I've been cycling non-stop, so I want to take some days off the bike. Buenos días. ¿Dónde ubico la máquina? was expecting full gravel roads, which I would rather, but this is quite nice. I've been cycling like 5 kilometers now, and oh, this is so much fun. Love it. It's nice to be cycling right next to a volcano. Just that simple fact of cycling right next to a volcano gives a different feeling, you know? So I'm enjoying this so far. Beautiful, amazing. This is the compensation for yesterday. Yesterday was a horrible cycling day. Good morning. I just got to the gravel road. Here the pave ends, and this is the beginning of the loop around the volcano. It's just 35 kilometers, so it's without the bags, it's pretty easy. And I'm listening to Hans Zimmer's Interstellar soundtrack, so this is the most epic ride ever. There's a 2-hour hike to a waterfall in the middle of the loop. I think I'm gonna do that too. Start with the climb. That's perfect. I love climbing steep hills early in the morning. Feels like victory. Adiós. Adiós. You are riding on a nice gravel road, and on the left you have this beautiful view all along the way. Sometimes you even forget that it's a lake. It gives this feeling of a sea. It's so big, so magnificent. On the right side you have this green mountain, full covering vegetation with the clouds on the top. Beautiful people waving along the way, saying hello. This is definitely an exceptional ride. ¿Cómo se llama usted, amigo?
Ignacio.
¿Cómo se llama aquí la comunidad?
Tichaná.
Tichaná. ¿Y cómo es la vida aquí en Tichaná?
Ahí regular, ¿verdad? Ni bien ni mal.
¿A qué se dedican acá? ¿Cuál es el ingreso?
Al campo.
¿Que tienen redes también?
Sí,
¿Pesca?
hay pesca, pescado.
¿Tiene bastante pescado?
Muy poco casi, pero sí, ahí para el consumo.
Rico. That's nice, simple life with Michael Jackson. Best in Nicaragua. Let's do the hike to the waterfall. It looks beautiful from here.
Bye, bye, bye.
So that was a pretty good hike. It was total 10 kilometers up and down, 300 meters elevation, so it was not the hardest, but it's not an easy one. So it's a little bit demanding, so you have to be physically in shape to climb up there. The waterfall was not that impressive, I will say, in terms of the amount of water, but since I love hiking, so it was worth it. Getting ready with the soup here, Nicaraguan style. Me and my friends from England, who are also cycle travelers, and this family is hosting us, so we bought enough vegetables and food to share with the families. We have to share with the ones who have less. We don't have much, but these people is not an easy life here. ¿Cómo es la vida aquí en Ometepe?
Es bonito porque es sano a la par de los otros lugares más allá. Lo duro es trabajar en el campo, porque poco se haya trabajo. A veces No tiene uno ni para comprar el jabón.
You don't have to ask too many questions to realize that this is a hard life. This is difficult, and traveling is an eye-opener when you are visiting these kind of places, and teaches you not to give what you have for granted, because there are other people who have it harder than you.
After 4 days of rest and enjoying myself in Ometepe, I decided to take the night ferry from Ometepe to San Carlos. This ferry will take me close to the border with Costa Rica on the east side of the lake. But before, just one last thing to enjoy here. And the next morning, one of the most amazing sunrise ever. My favorite writer, Julio Cortázar, wrote a short story about a small island in this lake. Apocalypse in Solentiname is a fantastic fictional story that, as a form of a parable, tells the violent and tragic history of this land and the rest of Latin America. Julio Cortázar was in favor of all this revolution and all these armed movements back in the 60s and 70s. Died in 1984, so he never got to see the real outcome of the revolution. We'll be really disappointed to see what the Sandinistas have done to this country. As 2023, this is a kidnapped country. The Nicaraguan flag is a symbol of resistance, and the Sandinistas party flag, that hideous black and red, waves everywhere as a symbol of oppression. Perhaps I'm being oversensitive about this situation. Might be because we are neighbors and we have a shared painful history, or maybe because I have close friends struggling both in Nicaragua or in exile. As a Honduran, I'm familiar with poverty, corruption, and political unrest, but never really got desensitized, and I'm always hoping for better days for my brothers and sisters in Central America. These are things I feel I had to say, but don't get me wrong, I highly recommend Nicaragua as a tourist destination. As a tourist, you don't have to engage in any political activism. Follow their rules and you will be alright. It's safe, affordable, wonderful landscape, beautiful, beautiful people, delicious food. What is there not to like about Nicaragua? Thank you for watching until the end, and see you in Costa Rica. As for the tribute to the Comandante in Managua, is so absurd and ridiculous that needs no words. The monumental stupidity of these governments is just laughable. And that, my friends, applies to Honduras as well.